Hey, this is Victor Cuevas. I wanted to talk to you about something very, very important, something that I have personally been using for about 10 years, and unfortunately, something I haven't shared with you during all those years. But so many things have been happening over the last couple of years to me personally and to some others that I've seen, and just in the news you hear every day. And so I really feel compelled to let you know about this. And please stick with me on this because it is going to be some very, very important information. And I'm going to tell you a little personal story about myself that you haven't heard about that will kind of demonstrate to you why I'm so excited to share this with you and why I think it's so important for everyone. So, what I want to talk to you about is legal protection. Now, before you turn this video off, you really need to stick with me on this because it is extremely important that you be protected. Now, if you know me at all, you know how important protection is to me. I mean, I'm ex military police, I'm ex civilian law enforcement, so I am wired towards this. I left that and went into financial services, so I'm into life insurance and retirement and protecting your money and those kinds of things. So that's what I'm all about. And there's one area of most people's lives that they overlook when it comes to protection. You have life insurance. Well, not as many people should have life insurance. It's unbelievable how many people don't have life insurance, but you should have life insurance, and many people do. You have automobile insurance. You pay for it and you pray every day you don't have to use it. You have homeowners insurance and you pray every day you don't have to use that. We have all these insurance things. Why? To protect ourselves so that we don't lose all that we've worked so hard to build, right? All the money we've saved and the house and our cars and our personal possessions. We could lose those things if something catastrophic happened to us. This is where Legal Shield, which is the name of the company, comes into play, and it's why it's so important that you listen to this video. Now, if you look around, let's suppose you're driving down the road. How many times have you been driving around and you see billboard after billboard after billboard about an attorney advertising about, call me, I'm going to get you a bunch of money? Now, here in the state of Alabama where I live, kid you not, there isn't a place, not a nook or cranny in this state where you can drive and not see a big billboard with this one attorney's face on it and his name. He must have literally, folks, thousands of billboards all over the state. And he's not the only one. And how about when you're watching TV every night? Commercial after commercial after commercial. Call me, I'm going to get you a lot of money back. It's ridiculous. And so, these people, they're making their money suing people every day, talking people into, your friends and your neighbors and your family members, talking them into suing somebody to get a bunch of money. And so, folks, if you think about our legal system, it is 100% slanted towards, and I hate to use the word rigged because it's thrown about so much, but it really is rigged or slanted towards people who have legal representation. So if you appear in court, even for a traffic ticket, or ever appear in court, or ever have to deal with anything legal, and you don't have representation, you're going to lose. 9 times out of 10, probably 9.5 times out of 10, you're just going to lose. So you really need to be lawyered up. And folks, for less than $25 a month, you and your entire family and up to 8 children can have incredible legal representation that costs you nothing other than your monthly subscription fee. And I'm telling you folks, if you're out there and don't have Legal Shield protection, you are at risk every single day. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you. Now, Legal Shield has been around since 1972, and it's an extremely well-run, very, very good company. It's not a fly-by-night, guys. They used to be traded publicly, and then a private equity firm saw it and says, man, this is a great company, and it's doing some great things, but you know what? We can make it even better. We can bring it into really the modern age. And they bought the company, took it off the exchange, and took it private, and paid darn near $800 million for it. So it's not a cheap, dinky company, folks. It is a very, very excellent company. And again, been around since 1972. It's not going anywhere. It's getting better and better all the time. I've seen it myself. So let's get that out of the way. It's a great, solid company. It has, we are in 50 states and 4 Canadian provinces. So very, very well spread out. Now, let me give you a personal story where one has a bad ending and one has a good ending. And they're my personal stories. Back in the 90s, I was in Atlanta, and I was driving down the road at night on a major freeway. 75 and 85 both come together in the middle of Atlanta. So I'm going south on that big freeway, and I come around a curve in the highway under an overpass, and what do I see as I make the curve? A car, and I'm in the fast lane, a car stopped in the fast lane. Another car stopped in front of that car, and then a third car stopped in the shoulder. So I can't go straight without hitting something. I can't go around it without hitting something. I can't go to the right because I look over there and guess what? There's a car right beside me in that lane. If I try to avoid the accident in front of me, I'm going to have an accident to the right of me. I'm boxed in, folks. So I pump my brakes, and I can't stop in time. I slam into the rear of the car in the lane. It lurches forward, slams into the rear of this car in front of it. People running all over the place at night on the freeway. It's a miracle that somebody wasn't hurt seriously or even killed. The police weren't there yet, so finally it just happened. I can't remember because it's been in the 90s, so you can imagine. I can't remember if they just stalled out and people stopped to help them or if there was some kind of accident. But anyway, there it was. So here comes the police, and they look at everything, and for some reason they felt compelled that they had to issue a citation. And guess who got the citation? Yours truly. Guess what the citation was for? Following too closely. Now, I'm ex-law enforcement. I've written a ton of tickets. But you don't need to be a police officer or a highway patrolman to figure that this was not right. And just think about it. I'm driving down the road, nobody in front of me. Not a soul. I come around a blind curve under a freeway pass, and there is a highway that's blocked. And I hit the car. Where was I following too closely? Didn't make any difference. He wrote me the ticket. I went to court without an attorney. I figured, this is a slam dunk. I mean, I'm getting out of this one. Well, guess what? The judge let it stand. I said, Your Honor, I wasn't following anybody. There wasn't anybody in front of me. It didn't make any difference. I got points and I got a fine. Now, folks, as sure as I'm sitting here in front of you, I can guarantee you if I'd have walked into that court with an attorney, it would have been thrown out because the ticket was just ludicrous. Ludicrous. At the very least, I wouldn't have had points taken off my driving record. So there's an example of not being lawyered up. You know, that judge is a lawyer. He's gonna work with an attorney that walks into that room every single time. So what's my other example? Well, this is going to really be interesting. You folks, you've got to stick with me on this story because it's going to blow you away, and then you're going to realize why you need to hurry up and get this protection. Now, you know, I do some marketing on the internet. I have my own website I built from the scratch. I do, you know, I've done blogs on there. I've done a bunch of videos. I do a lot of videos. And I have my own YouTube channel. So, and I know when I make a video, I know how to do search engine optimization, SEO, so that people find the video. And when they find the video, they look at it and they go, you know what, this makes sense. Let me give them a call or let me email them. Well, I also have a software that I can download YouTube videos. So I saw this video one time that talks about, that did a pretty good job of illustrating a certain strategy that I use and that I specialize in. So I decided I would use this video along with other videos that I personally made and put it on my website and even put it on my YouTube channel. So I downloaded the video, and all I did was take out the very end where they say, call us at such and such a place. Now I want you to bear in mind that there wasn't any copywriting verbiage on the video whatsoever. Below the video, no copyright verbiage. And there was no copyright infringement as far as YouTube was concerned. I know the rules and regulations, and I follow them. So I put it on there, and that was the end of that. Well, guess what? Let me put my glasses on. In October 17, 2016, I get a letter from this law firm in Kansas, one horse operation, just one guy. He's got his private office there. And he's writing on behalf of his client saying, it has come to our attention that you are using videos on your website created by our client, such and such. Well, first of all, the client didn't create them. He had someone create the videos for him. And I know that for a fact, because you can get that type of video from these companies that make them. These videos are protected by U.S. copyright laws for the name of the company. Total lie. No copyright laws applied in this situation. Which owns the exclusive rights to the videos? They don't own the exclusive rights to any videos. Our records show that you have never licensed or sought permission to use these copyrighted videos. The name of the company, doing business as, and this is an insurance agency, a guy that started an insurance agency and brings agents up under him, is what this company is. Uses these videos to promote their line of business for a fee. Carefully vetted parties are allowed to license these videos on a monthly basis. That's a total lie. Now stick with me, folks. I'm going to show you why these are lies, and I'm going to show you what's happening out there every day. It says your unauthorized use of these videos has caused serious damage to our client. That's a lie. You can't even quantify that. How can you even prove that your business was harmed by my downloading that video? Can't even prove it. And besides, I'll show you how it's a lie anyway. Then it goes on to this thing. It says the name of the company charges a licensing fee of $200 per month for the pre-approved and authorized use of these unique promotional videos. Your unauthorized use of these videos for the last 30 months has resulted in $6,000 of lost licensing fee and estimated damages of at least 4 times that amount. Unbelievable. You can't even quantify that or measure it. No way he can sit there and prove that. And anyway, it's a total lie. I know I'm saying a total lie. You're going, why are you saying they're lying, Victor? I'm going to prove it to you. At the end of the letter, he goes, the total due to his client is $30,000 to be paid immediately. Make Please make your bank draft out as follows. Now, my question to you who are watching this video, if you received a letter like this for anything you might have done, what would you be thinking right now? Think about it. If you got a letter from a law firm demanding $30,000 from you for something that you don't think is wrong, what would you do? Who would you call? It's like the Ghostbusters movie. Who are you going to call? I don't have to worry about that. I know who to call. I've got a law firm here in the state of Alabama, a top-notch law firm that I can call who's going to handle it, who's going to take care of business for me. Who are you going to call? Well, statistic-wise, you're not going to call anybody because you don't know who to call. And you're going to go, well, I'm just going to ignore the letter. You can't do that. That attorney will file a suit in your state, get a judgment against you, and if you don't pay it, they're going to put a lien on your property. It's just that plain and simple. So you have to respond somehow. And most people will be calling the attorney, what is going on? No, this is not right, and go arguing and everything, and then try to settle something with them. I mean, come on. You would be at the total mercy of this attorney who's unscrupulous and unethical and is a liar. Also, it's interesting to note, folks, that the last name of this attorney is the same last name as the guy that owns the insurance agency. That's rich. In other words, it's his father, his brother, his uncle, his cousin, somebody in his family that has the same last name. So he's getting free legal advice to come after me. It's unbelievable. Well, I am a former investigator, so I did a little investigation. I went back to look at the video. Again, nothing showing copyright on there at all, right? Nothing. I review again the YouTube rules and regulations. I did nothing wrong. Okay, so that proves he's a liar. The client's a liar, the attorney's a liar, because there is no copyright infringement whatsoever. So I get on their website and I'm looking at the video, and I go to their YouTube channel and I look at the video, and I notice that there aren't very many views of the video. But when you go to my YouTube channel, I have far more views on that same video on my YouTube channel than on their YouTube channel. No one, I guess they just threw the videos on there and expected people to somehow stumble across them. So how am I robbing? I mean, no one's even seen the videos there in the first place. So I'm getting more views. So the videos weren't really working for them in the first place. So I'm not hurting them by showing the videos on my website. But it's interesting to note that I'm on their website, and they have a section for their agents. So I go to their partners, they call them, I think. So I go on there and I'm looking at the guys. There's probably about 8 or 9 of them, and I see one of the guys that I recognize. I said, I know that guy. Well, guess what? He used to be a police officer. While he was still a police officer, he got his insurance license and wanted to get into the insurance business and discovered this strategy that I specialize in. And he started, researching it and came across my videos, not the ones that these guys did, my personal videos that I shot, just like this personal video I'm shooting for you now. And so he contacts me and he says, wow, you know about this stuff. I want to know about this stuff. And so basically I coached the guy up. I taught him, the strategy. I encouraged him to read about it and do some more research and read a couple of books. But I talked to him about it and how it works, and how I can work with clients on it, things like this. So I decided I'm going to call him. So I gave him a call and I said, "Hey man, what's going on?" "Hey, I haven't heard from you before." "Yeah, what's going on?" So I said, "Look, I see you're with such and such agency." And he says, "Yeah." I says, "How's that working out?" "Yeah, it's working out pretty good." "Yeah, I see that they have some videos that you can use." He says, "Yeah, yeah. Have you been using the videos?" "Yeah, I've been using the videos." And I said, "Yeah, they're pretty good. I kind of like them myself." He says, "Yeah, I like them too." I said, "Well, I'm just curious, how much do they charge you to use those videos?" "Oh, they don't charge me anything." "Wow. They don't charge you a dime to use those videos?" "No, I can use them and I can send them to people, put them on my website." "Oh, okay." A total lie, folks. What's the one here? Furthermore, for a fee, carefully vetted parties are allowed to license these videos on a monthly basis. The next page, they charge a licensing fee of $200 per month for the pre-approved and authorized use of these unique promotional videos. A total fabrication. Look, folks, let me get serious here. I want you to realize, and you really, please, need to listen to me on this. I want you to realize that there are unscrupulous, unethical attorneys like this guy and like this insurance agency guy who's licensed, and other people walking around every single day who just want to take you out financially. Just because they can. That's the truth. They can do it, so they do it. And they don't care. They will destroy you, take your money, just because they can. Because it puts money in their pockets. That's the only reason. Not because you did anything wrong. And they will make stuff up. Look, this guy probably thought I'm some little poo-butt insurance agent out there who, just trying to, get by and, and isn't protected and this, that, and the other. And I'm sure they had their little conversation as, "Look, man, this guy hasn't got anything going on. We're going to take him. We're going to get his money. We're going to take him out." And they picked on the wrong guy. Because I don't play that game. I've got protection. I'm lawyered up. That's the thing I'm trying to... it's like I want to reach through this camera, grab you by the lapel, and shake you and say, "Get lawyered up. Someone is going to take you out financially one day. They're out there. They're looking to get you." Anyway, I called my attorney up. He said, "Send me the letter." I put my notes on there. And I'll check everything out. Then he called me back and he said, "Look, don't have to worry about it. You didn't do anything wrong. There's no copyright or anything. You were right on everything you said. And I'll handle it." So he writes his law firm a letter. Well, I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall when that attorney received the letter. Because remember, he's just a little dinky law firm. It's just him. He gets a letter from my law firm. It's got all these attorneys on multiple states. He goes, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana. He going, "Oh, I better read this." Okay. So he starts with the letter. "I am writing on behalf of Victor Cuevas in response to your letter of October 17th, 2016. And he goes through the letter pretty much letting him know that it's all bogus. In one paragraph, he states, "I am unaware of any case that has held that embedding video or other work on a web page constitutes copyright infringement. If I am not mistaken, the Ninth Circuit has weighed in to the contrary." And the Ninth District is over there on the West Coast, which is a liberal. In other words, he's telling them, it's like, hey, there's precedent here. It's like He's saying to this attorney, didn't you even check the law? Didn't you even check previous court hearings on this and determinations? I guess not. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short. Here it is. The last paragraph he says, and I love this. Obviously. I love the word obviously. Hello? Obviously. My client will not be sending you a check for $30,000. I would request that you direct any further communication concerning this matter to our offices at the Montgomery, Alabama address provided above. Thank you for your time and attention. It's like when a police officer writes someone a ticket and say, have a nice day. You know, it's like, hey, thank you for your time and attention. And by the way, don't bother my client anymore and you can forget about the $30,000. I haven't heard a peep from these guys since. Now, folks, this right here is worth every penny I ever paid for this subscription over the last around 10 years. Every single penny. And that's the biggest thing that's ever happened. There are a couple of little things around it that that were easily taken care of. Folks, statistic-wise, and I have some statistics here. I believe these are the notes. 57 million. Listen to this. 57 million full-time working Americans experience at least one significant legal event. Most of them didn't seek legal advice. This is the way it works, folks. You go down to the laundry, they mess up your clothes. Cost you $45. I paid $45 for that clothes. You had to pay me for my shirt. What does the guy tell you? Go pound sand. You have a dispute with the cable company, the power company, your neighbor, the credit card company. You went to get your automobile fixed and they messed it up and they won't make it right. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. And people get taken advantage every day and they don't do anything about it. You can go in there and you can argue and you can blow smoke all day long, and what's going to happen? They're going to tell you what? Hey, sue me. What are you going to do? Sue me. Because they know you don't have an attorney. They know you're not going to spend $500 to $1,000 to address the issue. But you don't need to. You're lawyered up. You go, hey, look, man, I have a law firm on retainer. You do not want me to call them. And I've done that a couple of times and resolved the issue right there. I have a certain way I can convey a message to people that when they look at me, they pretty much figure I'm for real. And so, but hey, that's the sweetest sound to me. Sue me, okay. But before I call my attorney, let me explain a couple of things to you. That usually you just, and they see things differently. So, folks, I don't care how small the issue is. You call the attorney. Letter, phone call, it's all free. How about times you get letters in the mail from, and it's legal things, and you're looking at it, I have no clue what this is about. Am I in trouble or not? It's okay. Call the attorney. Send it to them. They'll review it. They'll give you their advice. It doesn't cost you anything, folks. Review these documents, phone calls, and look, hey, wills and trust and powers of attorney. The vast majority of people in this country, some 80 to 85%, don't have a will, don't have powers of attorney, don't have a living will. Folks, look, just because you're married to somebody or they're your child, adult child or something, like unmarried adult child, doesn't mean that you can make their decisions for them if they're incapacitated. Right? I mean, let's suppose you have a wife and she becomes incapacitated and you need to make some decisions for her. Along come her parents and they go, you know what, I don't think that's a good decision. Well, she's my wife and that's what I think is the best thing for her And they go, well, you know, we're her parents. And we say different. Do you have powers of attorney? Well, no. I'll see you in court. That happens all over this country, all the time. How about this? You have your Legal Shield membership. You get a free will, powers, living will. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Every year they're reviewed and updated if you need them. Doesn't cost you a dime. Now, just a few things that I have explained is well worth the membership. Court time. I mean, you get, the first year you get 60 hours of court time. Representation in court. That's expensive, free. The list goes on and on and on of all the benefits that you get for covering your entire family for less than $25 a month. You have to be almost homeless on the street not to be able to afford that. In fact, you can't afford to be without it. Because you can go your whole life, build a wonderful life, make one little mistake, or not even make a mistake. Just have someone decide you're their next mark. And you could be out tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just like that. Any kind of question, legal issue that pops into your mind that you're concerned about, any paperwork, any document, you always have someone to call. Do you know how much peace of mind that I have? And you carry your entire law firm on your app. If I get a traffic ticket, I take the ticket, take a snap, hit a button, boom, goes right off to the law firm. They get to work. Hey, 24 hours a day, you need legal protection. You get arrested. You get in an accident. Oh man, what's this going to do? It could be 1 o'clock in the morning. Got to wrap, hit emergency, boom. You're connected with an attorney. Folks, you can't buy that peace of mind. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all the things because below this video is a link. I want you to go to it. Just, you'll see a short video. Just put in your name and your information in there. I just want to make sure that this message is getting out. There's no obligation, obviously, to do that. Will I make some money if you buy a subscription to Legal Shield from me? A membership? Of course I'll make it. But it's not like you're paying $5,000 or $10,000. Wow, I'm going to really get rich off of, $20-something a month, membership that you pay. Not really. Look, my concern, whether you did this or not, isn't going to change. It isn't going to make me feel bad if you say, forget, this is crazy. I'm not going to get, I don't care. I'm protected. My family is protected. I just want you to have the information so you can do the right thing and protect yourself and your family. Because the likelihood of you getting sued or having to use legal protection or needing the help of an attorney is much more likely than even using your homeowner's insurance or dying. You're going to need this, and if you have it, I guarantee you're going to be using it. And once you use it, just once, you'll know that there is no way in the world, like me, like I know, that you'll never be without this protection. And please, you need to have your estate documents. You need to have that will. Get the legal membership, and immediately, even on your phone, you can fill out all the information to get your will done. I'd rather call, but you can do it on your phone. It's incredible. So anyway, folks, that's the main thing I wanted to relate to you folks. And just at the tail end, Legal Shield also has another company called ID Shield. It's the number 2 identity theft protection company in the world behind LifeLock, the number 2. And it's not advertised anywhere. So it's better. It's better. I can give you the side-by-side compare. It is better than LifeLock. Costs less than LifeLock. And it's the only ID protection company in the world that's partnered with Kroll Investigations, arguably the largest and best risk protection company in the world. They approached Legal Shield in 2003 that they wanted to roll out their identity protection package out to them, which was going to be the best out there, and they wanted to roll it out through Legal Shield, because guess what? If you have identity theft problems, you're more than likely going to have legal issues as well. But here's the thing. If your identity is stolen, and nowadays it's like when it's going to be stolen, you're assigned a licensed Kroll investigator, the best in the business. You get his personal phone number. You'll be partners, and he or she will get to work and completely clear up your situation. And there's a service guarantee of $5 million as opposed to $1 million with LifeLock. With LifeLock, you got to buy their most expensive plan under their 3 to get help. And it's not even going to be a licensed investigator. Only ID Shield has that. With the least expensive, the one for just a single person and not the family, you get the private investigator. So in that protection is $9 and some change. So your identity is stolen. Boom. Pick up the phone. You connect with the private investigator. Get with LifeLock. They're going to give you some sheet with instructions. Say, have at it. Good luck. Go clear up your own ID problems. Plus, they use Equifax. LifeLock does, and Equifax had a breach of 143 million identities gone, folks. The likelihood of your identity being on the dark web and one day being sold is pretty likely. ID Shield uses Experian, which is, by the way, Rudy Giuliani recommends Experian. Also, one last thing, I'll let you go. I know I keep saying that. The identity of your children, of your minor children. Just the biggest thing going on right now is getting a hold of the Social Security numbers and other information on your children and putting that on the dark web for sale. It is the holy grail of identity theft, because they can use your children's private information and for years before it's ever found out. They'll discover it when your child becomes an adult and wants to file taxes or get a loan or something. They go, hey, what's going on here? You're not, there's someone else. Are you trying to steal an ID? And your children's lives are going to be turned upside down when they become adults. And with ID Shield, we monitor your children as well. Okay? So anyway, folks, look, this is what I wanted to just heartfelt. Again, look, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't get this protection from me. If you don't want to get it from me, get it from somebody else. But get Legal Shield protection as soon as possible. You're going to see a link. Get in there. Leave your information. You can hit Get Started. It'll take you to another site that you just, it explains everything in detail. And here's a site right here. Smart, simple legal coverage starts here. This, you see my name and everything. This is where you get started. And so, you just explains everything in detail and the pricing and all that, some videos and all that kind of stuff. And hey, if you're a small business, oh my goodness, if you're a small business, please, you can get a plan that covers your business issues. When you're, if you have the personal plan, it's not going to cover your business if you have a business. So you can get, it's like $39 a month. That is cheap. Oh, that's cheap for your business to have a wonderful, high-powered law firm as on retainer. Can't beat that. You do not want to have a business. Folks, you do not want to have a business without legal protection. You're going to lose it one day. All right. That's it. God bless. Hey, any questions? just call me or email me, and we'll help you out any way we can. So, hey, hope to be hearing from you soon.